Welcome to the HETV Game of the Week. I'm Kyle Smith. This week, we are at Conant High School to bring you a game that will decide the leader of the MSL West Division as the 7-1 Conant Cougars take on the 9-1 Fremd Vikings. For Conant, Mike Downing scored a team best 16 points to help the Cougars down Willing 60-51 on Tuesday in Mid-Suburban League Divisional crossover play. Ryan Davis had 12 points and Chima Oducha had 11. They also beat Barrington 50-37 last week to stay tied with Fremd for the MSL West lead. Fremd comes into the game at 9-1 on the year. On Tuesday, Fremd beat Buffalo Grove 63-50. Patrick Banka and Kyle Sliwa both came up with 19 points in the victory. Fremd shot 90% from the line as a team in the fourth quarter against the Bison. Fremd has beaten Palatine and Hoffman Estates, while Conant has beaten Schaumburg and Barrington. Stay tuned to see which team will emerge as the division leader.
And now it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. For the Fremd Vikings, at guard, number 4, Kyle Sliwa. And for the Cougars, at guard, number 3, Jimmy Sotos. For the Vikings, number 10, Nathan Kim. Partner for the Cougars, number 11, Brandon Vincent. At guard for the Vikings, number 20, Luke Schostall. And big man for the Cougars, number 15, Michael Downing. For the Vikings, number 33, Patrick Banka. And for the Cougars, number 22, Ben Schultz. Rounding out the lineup for the Vikings, number 35, Ryan Donkey. And the big man in the middle for the Cougars, number 25, Ryan Davis. The Vikings are coached by Mr. Bob Lowski, assisted by Mr. Mike Brown. The Cougars are coached by Mr. Tom McCollum, assisted by Bruce Oldbrand and Mr. Derek, the great kids. Your officials for tonight's game are Kylie Ware, Bob Morrow, and Chuck Clark.
All right, well, the game's about to start here in the William N. Perry Gymnasium as Fremd and Conant are going to try to decide who will be in first place in the MSL West Division. Bruce, what are the keys to victory tonight for Conant?
Scoring more points than Fremd. Both teams have very good defense, so it'll be interesting to see which offense can get going tonight. Should be a hard-fought game. They're fairly evenly matched. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here.
I'm looking forward to seeing Patrick Banka. He's listed at 6'8", but also a guard. He's got to have a lot of speed to be able to play some guard for this team.
Well, watch and see. Here comes the tip-off.
And the tip is won by Conant, so Conant strikes first as we begin this game in the MSL West. And there's Jimmy Sotos, one of the best players on this team. He's got a silky smooth release. Right to the hole. Can't make the layup. Got his own rebound. Downing gets it to go. And Conant takes an early 2-0 lead.
Michael Downing with the putback.
So 2 points for Downing. Bruce, they did not wait at all. They attacked the hoop. They're going to go right at that Fremd defense.
And that's what Jimmy Sotos does. He's fast. He gets in there, gets after it.
So a stop by Conant. Quick shot, and that's going to go out of bounds. Bruce, I wasn't a fan of that shot. I think that they had the momentum, and you want to set something up. That just wasn't a good look.
And there was nobody there to rebound if he missed, which he did. So it was one and done, whereas last time they had 2 follow-up attempts before they got it in.
So a quick shot. It was near transition, not really a transition 3, and it was well contested. And Fremd goes the other way. 2-0 Conant here in the first quarter. Fremd in their half-court set. Nifty little move. Tries to get past Downing, but Downing with good defense. Wide open look. Mid-range shot. Good! 2 points on the score sheet for Brian Domke.
And he's one of the twin towers as far as scoring goes for Fremd. Have to keep an eye on him.
Also got to keep an eye on Kyle Sliwa. He had 33 points against Downers Grove South. He had 5 3-pointers in that game.
So Jim Sotos puts his shoulder down and gets a foul there.
Gotta love those knee pads, Bruce. Looking stylish out there.
Just holding things together.
A lot of the starters have those nifty little white knee pads and the long white socks.
They do. Definitely a fashion statement.
So there's that very good Fremd defense. They've won games such as 50-27. They held Palatine to 25 points. And Fremd, another good defense there, but they've been okay on offense. Right to the lane, foul called, and Sliwa will shoot 2 free throws. Nope, they're going to say it was before the act of shooting. It's always a tough call, Bruce, because you're looking for the shot, but you also got to make sure, is it the act of shooting or is he still running before he made the shot? Always a tough call for the officials.
It is.
So Fremd in their half-court set. Very good defense by Conant thus far in the first quarter. Off the screen, there's Peyton Kim. Into the lane, double team, floater shot, no good. Sotos with the rebound, and he almost dribbled it out of bounds. Regains his composure and attacks the hoop. Oh my goodness!
No good.
And they're gonna say it was before the act of shooting. I think that was a good call. I think he was fouled way before the shot.
But he just stayed up there forever. He seemed like he was up there 3 seconds in the air on that.
Now in the NBA, they might call that an and one because of the continuation rule, but in high school and college, if it's called before the act of shooting, no free throw. And no basket awarded.
And Jimmy Sotos is the kind of guy who can just put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
3-point look. No good. Rebounded by Davis. Take it away. And layup no good on the rebound. No good. But that was an excellent play by Patrick Banka. He just took it out of Ryan Davis's hands. And Ryan Davis, a very strong kid, but wow, how about that out of Patrick Banka? Wasn't able to finish the play, though.
Just picked his pocket.
And we're still tied at 2. Mike Downing with the shot.
And he gets that one to fall.
Right off the backboard and in. 4-2 is our score.
And Downing with all 4 points for the Cougars.
3-point shot, wide open look, good.
God.
Peyton Kim.
So that puts the Vikings up by 1, 5-4.
Little southpaw, he's got a nice little left-handed release. Jimmy Sotos drives, mid-range shot. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. Excellent defense too by Ryan Martin. But wow.
Sotos so hard to guard.
That was fantastic from Sotos.
And you're going to see that all night.
You know, Bruce, who says the big boy can't dribble? That was fabulous. But they're going to call it a charge against him. But
yep.
Besides the charge, he's got the dribbles. Now he's just got to avoid the contact and finish the play.
Yep. Nice job getting set, not moving the feet, taking the charge. Keeping the points off the board.
Well, we talked about it earlier. One of the hardest calls in high school basketball is as Jimmy Soto's with an ankle breaker finishes the play with the three. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Of course, that's the Sports Center highlight call. That was fantastic. I've said that a lot today, but that was.
I think Ryan Martin's jock is still hanging there in midair after that last play.
Well, the Fremd has had some good looks, Bruce. They just can't hit their layups today. And they got to find a way to stop Soto's. He's been just incredible in the first quarter. Soto's again for three. No good. And it goes out of bounds. He looked a little angry there. He's like, why didn't that go in? Well, Jimmy, it was pretty good defense. They can't go all in.
He expects him to, though.
But he's a big competitor, and even when it's a highly contested three-point shot, he expects them to go in every now and then. Fakes the three, drives to the hoop.
Oh, intercepted by Sotos.
Wide open layup. Fouled on the play, and I believe they're going to say it's a shooting foul. And so Nikola Todorov will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Both teams playing with great intensity here. Just going right after it. Fremd having a little trouble getting him to fall, though.
Yeah, they already have 4 team fouls, and then 3 more, and Conant will be in the bonus.
So Nikola Todorov misses the first one.
It's not as if Fremd has been bad offensively. They've had their looks. They just got to hit their free throws. I mean, their layups.
So that's 10-5.
Both teams have gone to the bench early. Todorov for Conant, and Brian Martin for Fremd.
Peyton Kim bringing the ball up for the Vikings.
Another mid-range shot. Good. Brian Domke, nothing but the bottom of the net.
That's 4 for Domke.
They say the mid-range shot is the hardest shot in basketball, but Domke's made it look easy tonight, Bruce.
Oh, he's got that one down.
Soto's again for 3, no good. Rebounded by Martin. Too much size inside. Martin, God. Sorry, Ryan Davis. Ryan Davis with the rebound and then the layup.
Sotos doesn't need to be taking that outside shot. He's better when he's going to the basket.
Well, but then when they're not fouling, Bruce, what's the next best strategy? Attack the hoop, get to the free throw line, and get some confidence on offense. Get to a little bit of a rhythm. I like that job there by Sliwa to attack the basket and try to get some easy points. What's so exciting about this game, Bruce, is both teams have multiple players that can beat you. Sliwa's probably the best scorer on Fremd, and probably Soto's for Conant. But they have so many good players inside at power forward and center that you can rely on different players offensively and get into different kinds of sets in your half-court set.
Both very complete teams. Some teams you have guys out there just filling a spot, not on these teams. Second one goes awry. Conant stays up 12-8. Jimmy Sotos bringing it up.
Well, it's 12-8 Conant, but this game could be going for either team. Fremd has had their chances as a steal by Sliwa. Sliwa, an awesome spin move, but
forgot to take the ball with him.
Nice, great help defense by Samson Oladimeji, and great job on the help defense as Sliwa had nowhere to go. And Sliwa double teamed. Oh! Beat the double team and then found his teammate inside.
Oladimeji wide open under the basket.
12-10, Conant up by 2. Fremd is 9-1, and Conant 7-1. Jimmy Soto step back 3, no good. And Bruce, I didn't like that.
No.
That was highly contested and just not, just not a good shot. Drives to the hoop, highly contested, rebounded. And the credit to the rebound to Todorov. as Conant in their half-court set. Gives it out to Davis. Davis behind the three-point line. Back to Sotos. Screen by Davis. Gets it out to Vincent. Inside to Davis. Layup is good. They're going to need some help defense inside, Bruce, because Davis is killing them in the paint.
He's a big man.
44 seconds left in the first quarter. Fakes the mid-range shot. Dribble drive.
Reach and foul.
Not a good foul, Bruce. He was double-teamed on the play, had nowhere to go. That's when you got to be less stingy on defense and try to avoid fouling.
Okay, mass substitutions here for the Vikings.
Number 25, Patrick Kirko. And number 12, Connor Simeos.
Like we talked about earlier, Bruce, both teams have a lot of good players on offense, also good defensive teams. Conant's only loss was by 1 point to Prospect. That's how good Conant is this season.
I might say that's how good their prospects are.
We got basketball, we got jokes. Well, we're here till
Got a million
Tuesday.
of them. Try the veal.
35.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they better get it off. That was a very smart play. Knew the 5-second violation was coming up. Didn't want to waste a timeout. Saw that Vincent wasn't paying fully attention. Aimed it at his legs. And resets here for an outbounds play. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Vincent.
Coach McCormick not happy with that, saying, hey, he's not supposed to do that.
Let's see if Sotos can get a better shot. He's had a couple of contested step-back threes. And let's see if he can get something to the hoop or see if he can find Davis inside.
He needs to drive.
8 seconds. Looks like he's looking for the screen. Gets it. Good screen. Runs out of room to Davis for a wide-open three at the buzzer. No good. They tried to get it to Sicardi, and they did. But Sicardi wasn't able to get it through. 14-10. Very exciting basketball in the first quarter of action. So 14-10 is our score as Conant leads by 4.
So both teams evenly matched, both having trouble getting the shots to fall.
Looked like a lack of what they were doing on defense there as Sicardi was wide open behind the three-point arc. But besides that, the help defense for Fremd has been great all night, but they're going to have to be better inside the paint because Ryan Davis is killing them.
Yeah, they can't let him pitch a tent there. Got to keep him moving. Davis is 6'8", 278 pounds. Going to take something to move that guy.
278. So that's a big boy inside. A couple of those pounds have been going to Chipotle, you think?
Could be. Would like 4 burritos to go. Glad I don't have to feed them. Okay, team's back out. Another 8 minutes on the clock here. From getting ready to inbound it. Banka gets it in.
As they go to Simeos off the bench. Simeos playing a little point guard.
Oh, slapped away.
In transition, wide open layup.
Oh, and he gets it. Anthony Zaccardi.
So he makes up for that missed three right before the buzzer. And a layup for Zaccardi, and Conant up by 6. Dribble drive, fakes the shot.
Oh, almost taken away again.
So taking the ball now for Fremd is Patrick Kirka. Kirka is a senior, 5'10". A lot of guards on this Fremd team. They've got 10 of them, 5 forwards.
So Peyton Kim going to get the ball in.
Double team for the corner 3. Dribble drive, fakes the 3. Off the screen. Oh, yeah, he traveled. And that's going to be a travel against Aladimiji. The senior, 6'4", 185 pounds. Conant the other way, and they're getting into a good rhythm, Bruce. Looks like Conant is kind of taking it to him on the defensive end.
That's unusual against a Fremd team. They're really known for their. Oh, there's a steal, Kim.
And just as I say that, Fremd goes the other way with a steal, and in transition, and just like that, he makes 2 free throws. Fremd is only down by 4.
Patrick Benka not able to get the shot to fall, but he does get the foul, and he'll be shooting 2.
Well, Bruce, we've seen throughout this game that Fremd has had trouble with their layups. What do you think that head coach, Bob Widlowski, is telling his team when it comes to making those layups inside the paint?
I don't know what you tell them. You expect them to make that shot. That's a high percentage shot, and it's just not falling.
Is it just a case of the yips, or is sometimes it's just not your night when it comes to getting those baskets inside the paint?
Well, Conant's making Fremd look like Fremd made Hoffman Estates look a couple weeks ago.
So 60, it's far from over. It's only 16-10, and going to the free throw line, number 33, Patrick Benka. Gotta love that. A 6'8" guard reminds me back in the day, Magic Johnson, the 6'9" point guard.
There's Benka's first point of the night, and he's usually one of the leading scorers.
He usually plays like center power forward, but if there's a mismatch and they're having trouble guarding 2 guards or point guards, he can go out there and defend a little bit.
So Benka, the 6'8" guard. It's 2 of them.
16-12 is our score. There's Vincent. Goes out to Zaccardi. Davis looking to check back in. They're going to say an offensive foul, and they're going to say it's against Downing.
Away from the play, away from the ball.
Well, Conant is winning, but they're losing in the foul department. They have 16 fouls, 1 more, and Fremd will be in the bonus.
Well, they have more fouls. Doesn't that mean they're winning?
You see, when you kick 3 3-pointers, you tend to win in that basketball game. And that was almost a double dribble.
Conant with a couple of chances there to take that one away, not able to get it done.
We almost saw a double dribble, turnover. You almost saw a steal. And after all that, Fremd remains in possession of the ball. What a beautiful pass. Lost possession.
Oh, rejected.
Downing with the block.
Oh, just a little missed time there. Downing couldn't put it in, had to go down, and had 2 guys above him. Drew the foul going back up.
Gained his composure and was able to draw the foul. Let's see if Downing can make both free throws.
And Downing just all over the place tonight. Oh, rim's out. The front of the rim, the back of the rim, the front of the rim, and then the floor.
Ryan Martin's back on the court for Fremd. 6'3" guard. He's a sophomore. Second free throw is no good.
Oh, God. So we know who you want to put on the line for Fremd.
Maybe he did that on purpose, Bruce. Make it seem like he doesn't know what he's doing, and when push comes to shove, he makes those key free throws. Another 3 is good by Peyton Kim.
Oh, that one was so far away, they had to give him 4.
That's his second 3 of the night.
So
ooh, dangerous
16,
pass.
15, and then
that wasn't even fair. That was like a 4-inch height differential between Kim and Downing. And Downing just didn't even try to draw the foul. He just hit the layup and went back on defense.
wow. Kyle Sliwa ties it up at 18.
Oh, that was close. And they're going to say that he stepped into play before he called a timeout. Can't do that. It's a turnover, and Fremd gets the ball back.
So Fremd starting to pick up some momentum here.
Well, you don't want to rely on the 3-pointer, but if it's hitting, keep shooting, and right now it's working for Fremd. The Vikings and the Cougars tied at 18. Another three for Sliwa. That one was contested. And another block, that time by Davis. Downing tried to block. He tried to block Domke there, but he got the wrist, and Domke's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Cougars 15, Michael Downing, his second, team 7. Line for the Vikings, number 35, Ryan Domke.
Funny how the most effective defense always involves hitting some part of your opponent's arm.
You know, Bruce, sometimes you have those games. You can't hit layups, but you're doing great from the free throw line. You would think that the closer you are to the basket, more of those shots are going to go in. But for Fremd tonight, all the layups aren't going in, and all the free throws are.
And there's Fremd's first lead of the night. They're ahead 20-18. So time for Conant to get something going here. Had everything going their way in the first quarter, and Fremd's battled back.
Fakes the three, drives in. A wide open look for Davis, and that's maybe why he was wide open. Didn't even hit rim there. And Peyton Kim with it now. Well, sometimes the big boy can shoot the three, and Davis can, but didn't make it there. Wow.
He drains another one. That's 3 field goals tonight for Peyton Kim, 23-18.
We said coming into the broadcast that the Vikings are 9-1. We've talked a lot about Kyle Sliwa, Patrick Banka, and Brian Domke, but let's not forget about Peyton Kim. He's leading the offense as a point guard, and sometimes it's your night, and Peyton Kim has just done well behind the three-point line. And Ryan Davis answers, 23-20, Fremd up by 3.
So was that an air ball for 3 or a pass? I think the answer is yes. 23-20. 3:47 left in the first half.
His second, team 6.
Remember that game, Houston, and they were playing NC State in the NCAA championship game? All right, well, it was a three-pointer that was a huge air ball, and then the Houston guy caught it and dunked it. And to this day, the point guard for NC State wants it to be changed from a missed three-pointer to an assist.
There you go.
And the officials to this day was like, no, you definitely tried to shoot a 3. You're not getting an assist on your stat sheet. But NC State ended up winning the NCAA title, so all's well that ends well. 23-20 is our score. Inside pass, and it goes to Fremd.
Sicardi not able to go up high enough to pull that one down. So Fremd with the lead and the ball. Kim drives, kicks it out.
Corner 3 is good by Banka. Jimmy Sotos tries to go coast to coast. Gets the ball back with a beautiful pass as he fell down and got it inside.
Ben Scholes.
Wow. What can this guy not do? Jimmy Soto's been great all day.
He's not all conference for nothing.
Goes back out to the Vikings. Let's say it was last touched by the Vikings. Cougar ball.
So Cougars trailing by 4.
So the Golden State Warriors, the Fremd Vikings, looking real good tonight, making a lot of three-pointers like the Warriors.
Want to see more drives out of Conant. Drive the paint.
Fremd is doing such a good job fighting off those screens from Davis. Out of bounds, not a good pass from Sotos. I think he's rattled, Bruce.
Vincent able to save the band there on that pass. That was heading right for a bass drum.
The band is on the field. One of my favorite college football highlights. Of course, the Stanford Cal game. The band is on the field.
Well, Conant could use some Band-Aid here or something right now.
Oh, man.
They have just gone cold.
They're only down 4, though, but it looks like Sotos is rattled. We've seen a couple of bad passes, some highly contested threes, and they're doing a great job fighting off those screens from Ryan Davis. Sotos has not been able to get many open looks.
No, he hasn't. credit the Fremd defense. They've just been able to shut down Sotos and try to make somebody else beat him.
Well, Mike Downing has been great besides those 2 missed free throws. You think they'll try to set up some mid-range shots for Downing?
Probably some close-range shots for Downing. Just put him under the basket.
He's been great inside the paint. Peyton Kim, they're going to have to find a way to get him cold. He's made 3 3-pointers tonight.
Maybe halftime will cool him off.
Dangerous pass, almost went out of bounds. As Fremd resets. Going to say a foul. They're going to say it's against Vincent, I believe. Looking to check back in for the Vikings. And that's number 30, Ryan Martin.
33.
DeShazer, Corley Events. How about that for a name?
Yeah, that's not one you want to say too often. Oh, can't get the first one to fall. Sotos coming back with vengeance. Oh, kicks it out. Wide open 3. Oh, can't get it to fall. Would have liked to have seen Sotos put that one up. But it was a wide open 3.
Well, the Vikings are back on the free throw line, and it's working all night for the Vikings. They've done great shooting their free throws, and like we said, coming into the broadcast, 18 of 20 in the 4th quarter in that win over the Buffalo Grove Bison. One of the strong points on this Fremd team is their free throw shooting, and it shows tonight. Another one good, and Fremd now up by 5. Well, you don't go 9-1 for nothing.
No,
and
you don't.
it's definitely showing tonight. And of course, Conant's good too. They're 7-1, and this game is far from over. But let's see if they can get some good looks. They've been able to get some points in the paint, but their mid-range game and 3-point game is non-existent since the 5-minute mark of the 1st quarter.
28-22, the Fremd lead.
Another stingy deflection goes out of bounds. Conant remains in possession, but man, this Fremd defense is very good.
They're just putting the clamps on them. Now let's see what the Cougars can do with this one.
As Jimmy Sotos fakes the shot. Posting up. Jimmy Sotos, highly contested 3, no good.
Guys, you can dribble the ball.
And rebounded by Fremd.
Conant a lot of passing, no dribbling.
As the Vikings on offense now, up 28-22. Drives to the hoop. 3-point shot by the big man.
Oh, get it falls.
Well, you're not listed as a guard for nothing, Bruce, and that's why he's a guard. Beautiful release. 31-22, and Fremd is taking it to Conant now. That's their biggest lead of the night.
And they really need to guard the guard because he's taking them apart.
Jimmy Soto's almost traveled there, and he's definitely rattled as that pass almost went out of bounds. Rare, very good defense by Martin, not giving an inch. 7 seconds left. Soto's couple of nice dribbles.
Oh, and he turns it over.
And that might give Fremd enough time to set up a play and get something at the buzzer.
3.3 seconds left. Soto's taking a seat.
Banka has a pretty good look at the basket.
No.
And doesn't go in, so 31-22 at the half. Fremd leads by 9.
That Fremd defense just asserting itself.
Asserting itself, and Patrick Banka with the exclamation point. A deep 3, the 6'8" guard, making it hurt for the Conant home crowd. So the Fremd Vikings lead the Conant Cougars 31-22 at halftime. We'll be back after this break.
Now, please give a loud crew roar for your varsity Chicago State performer competition team, coached by Dan Ellis-Mikowski and led by Derek and Carly Gordon. Let's hear it for your varsity Chevelles.
My style can't do it on sight. This chick is sick and just make sure you're ahead of the game.
And we're back as the second half is about to begin. As the Fremd Vikings lead 31-22 over the Conant Cougars. And the last couple minutes of that second quarter was definitely won by Fremd, especially the last minute as Jimmy Soto's turned the ball over. And then Patrick Banka, almost made a three-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 12-point lead. Luckily, Conant has the ball back. So 31-22 was our score. And how do you solve Patrick Banka? He can shoot outside shots. He can make baskets inside the paint. It's going to be a tough duty for Conant to guard in the second half here.
And that's tough for the Conant defense to get going, because when your opponent's hitting the threes, really spreads out your defense, makes it tougher to guard.
So Ryan Davis with the ball, gives it back to Vincent. Vincent's quiet on the night, no points. Davis gets it back inside the paint. Downing tries to post up, loses possession, but it was last touch by the Vikings, last touch by Banka, and Conant will get the ball back.
I think Soto's heard me say he could carry the team on his shoulders. He's trying to do too much.
Well, it just can't be Jimmy Soto. They're going to need help, especially from Downing. He's been pretty quiet the last 5 minutes. As Downing tries to post up, great defense by Banka. Inside to Sotos. Soto's trying to post up. Fakes the move, layup is gone!
Nice move. I want to see more of that from Jimmy Sotos.
Who says the point guard can't post up, Bruce?
Not me.
Little guy showing up. Then Soto's with the steal, and then the great around the back dribble to make sure he didn't travel. Sotos tries to draw the foul, and he does. And they're going to change their mind. They're going to say it's a charge.
Oops. Excellent effort there by Jimmy Sotos.
Don't mind the call. Just keep it consistent and go with what you originally called. I thought that was a good call, though. I think that was a charge. 31-24, inside pass.
Tim on the give and go.
And the steal! The layup no good, but going to the free throw line. And just when you thought Conant was getting back in this game, Fremd with the exclamation point, and they're trying to make it a double-digit lead.
33-24.
Sliwa will have 2 free throws. Looked like Banka had the steal. As Sliwa at the free throw line, try to extend this one. First one no good by Sliwa. Kyle Sliwa stands at 6'0", 160 pounds. He's got some catching up to do before he's at Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis is going to pull up some pine, or a folding chair in this case.
Second free throw good by Sliwa. Now a 10-point lead for the Vikings.
Conant going to have to get back after it here.
It seems like every possession for Conant on offense is so much of a problem, and then for Fremd it just seems so easy when they're on offense.
I don't want to see Jimmy Sotos take another three. I want him going to the basket.
It's out of bounds. Conant ball. The game's not over, Bruce. They're only down by 10, but the way it's going for Conant, it seems like they're down by 20.
Yeah, they are really pressing here. And they don't need to yet.
And there's just a lack of communication on the inbounds pass. Another steal. A wide open three for Banka. No good, not enough power on it, but rebounded. And then drives to the hole and tried to do too much. Looked like he had a layup. 2-on-1 the other way. Sotos calls for the ball, gets it. Misses the layup. Downing with the rebound, good. Well, Luke Schofstil had a layup, but he tried to do too much, and the pass was stolen away, and it led to an easy transition basket for Conant. And that might pick them up and get them into a rhythm here, as they were really struggling before that. Banka with the floater, no good, rebounded. And a great rebound there by Nikola Todorov, who's been coming off the bench tonight. Vincent with it. Vincent playing some two guard. Downing drives to the hole. Charging.
And what we've been seeing from Fremd here is how it's their bread and butter, their turnovers. Fremd will kill you with turnovers.
Well, Bruce, how do you attack when you know that Fremd is getting the charge every time? It just seems like it's really difficult for Conant to get into their half-court set if they're not able to drive to the hoop.
But if they're double teamed, somebody else has to be open.
Just try to always be looking and see if anybody's open for that corner three. It's the easiest three, the highest percentage shot when it comes to three-pointers.
Sliwa trying to get something going here.
Fakes the three, drives to the hoop. Late on the help defense. Bad foul by Todorov.
Domke going to the line.
And that, yep. Domke going to the line. The 6'5" junior. It's just been one of those interesting games by Fremd. Having trouble with the layups, as we saw he missed that one. Of course, he was fouled, so that might have impacted the shot. The layups aren't falling for Fremd, but the free throws sure are. And as long as you win the game, Bruce, does it really matter?
It does not. All that matters is the score. Both ends of the 2-and-2. 36-26. Fremd maintaining that 10-point lead.
Vincent with it. Gives it to Todorov. Inside the paint, great post-up move. Draws the foul, makes the basket, and one. Little highlight reel there for Ben Scholes, and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, we've seen some great help defense all night for the Vikings, but what happened on that play, Bruce? There was nobody there to help in the paint, and Ben Scholes just ate up the defender for the end one.
He did. He was in perfect position, just able to turn and lay it in and draw the foul. Make the three-point play.
So 36-29. This game is far from over. You know, they say in baseball, a bloop and a blast, you're back in it. I guess in basketball, we could say a swoosh, a stop, and a swoosh. As the Cougars force a turnover. They're saying he was fouled, but I think he stepped out of bounds before the contact.
So Conant with a chance to tighten it up here. Trailing by 7.
Now you're down 7. You don't need a three, you just need a good look. And that was not a good look.
Or a good shot.
I know that Sotos wants to get his team back in it by himself, but you gotta have good looks. And those just aren't good looks, especially early on in the shot clock.
And if your shots aren't falling, feed somebody else.
And the other end, that was not a good shot from Benka. So an eye for an eye, I guess. Benka was like the Jimmy Soto's, you think you can shoot a bad shot? How about this one? And so not the best shot by Benka, although most of his shots have been open looks. That one was not. It was contested, and Conant gets the ball back.
Let's see if they can drive this one.
If you can't drive, maybe set up a mid-range shot. That would help for Conant here. Trying to drive, a couple of dribbles. Davis at the point, you don't want to see that. He's your center. Davis trying to get inside, but he's just well defended. Vincent with it. Inside, bad pass, and Fremd steals it away. Fremd going the other way. Fremd up by 7.
Peyton loses the handle, able to get it back, kick it out.
Fakes the three-point shot. I think he had a good look. Another steal, another bad pass by Luke Schofstall.
Knocked away by Todorov.
So Schofstall coming off the bench and a couple of bad turnovers. As that helps Conant try to get some confidence back as they trail by 7. But Jimmy Soto's is ice cold. Soto's back on the bench. And they're going to say a foul against the Vikings.
Foul Vikings number 20. Luke
Luke
Schofstall, his third.
Schofstall picking up the penalty there.
And Schofstall goes to the bench.
Only the second team foul for Fremd.
Only 4 for Conant, which is good. Obviously 7, you're in the bonus, so Conant is 3 away from that. Vincent tries to set up the offense here. Davis, it looked like he wanted to shoot that 3 and pull up, but he decides best to reset the offense. And they're doing great defense. Double teamed all the time. They're not allowing Ryan Davis to get anything inside after he dominated in the first quarter. He has a wide open look and not able to take it. Vincent drives. Too many passing. Ryan Davis' shot no good. Got to be a little bit more aggressive there, Bruce. It looked like Corley Avance had an open 3, but just decided not to take it. Got to be a little bit more aggressive.
And there's an open 3, rims and out.
Ooh, what a beautiful rebound as Davis came from behind to get it, and he didn't commit a foul because we all know over the back, that's a foul. Shot no good. I like the aggression, though. See, that's the difference between a good mid-range look and just right in transition when you're not set.
That was a nice shot.
Those are the kind of mid-range shots that I'd like to see the Conant players use, especially Jimmy Soto's, who's kind of cold right now. Of course, Soto's on the bench. He's looking to get back in the game.
Mugged.
Foul Vikings number 30.
It was great fundamental basketball by Ben Scholes. Kept his momentum going to make sure it wasn't a travel, and he was fouled on the play as Ben Scholes goes to the bench. And a timeout by the Vikings, so 36-29 is our score with 1:12 remaining in the third quarter.
We got a full timeout.
Well, I knew it was going to be a great game, Bruce, and great defense on both ends. Conant's right in this game, but Jimmy Soto's is struggling. Is there anything that he can do to try to get some open looks?
I really don't know. He's, like I said, if your shot's not falling, pass it around, feed somebody else. I want to see him drive. I want to see him moving with the ball, taking shorter shots. Too much of this long stuff. Low percentage shots are they're not getting their shorter shots to fall.
And the problem, though, with the dribble drive is that Fremd is so well coached that they've drawn a couple of charges today.
They have. But if Sotos can dribble drive and then kick it out to a mid-range shot or something, somebody's got to be open. because they are all over him.
There's always 2 men on him. There's got to be somebody open. Except when Brian Scalabrini's on the floor, you don't want to pass to him, even if he's open.
High school lights, 11 o'clock tonight on Comcast Sports Net. Follow them on Twitter. See you.
36-29 is our score.
So it's going to inbound.
Let's see if that time on the bench, calmed his nerves down and see if he can settle in here and shoot some more high percentage shots.
See if that time was calming or frustrating. Soto's such a competitor, he wants to be in there.
Vincent fakes the shot, and it's going to be a travel against the young man. Viking ball.
Back on the floor for the Vikings, number 35.
And the Vikings just do that. They force turnovers. And that was kind of an unforced turnover, but they get a lot of those somehow.
They're so quick on defense. You got to be aggressive. When the open look is there, you just got to shoot. I know you don't want to shoot a lot of three-pointers, but if it's open, try it. And if it's not falling, then go back to what you're doing before. But so far, the dribble drive isn't working that well because Fremd is doing very well at drawing charges. No good, rebounded by Conant. You can just see that Fremd is in a little bit better of a rhythm offensively than Conant, as on that last possession, a wide open look behind the arc is Conant. The last time they were on offense before this one, a turnover. Jimmy Soto's gonna wait for the last shot. Tries to come off the screen. A wide open look by Vincent. Pump fake, floater shot. No good. Off the rebound. Anthony Zaccardi. What is up with this guy? He always seems to be in the right place at the right time. He missed the buzzer beater right at the first quarter, and then the buzzer beater put back to make it 36-31.
That's his 4th point.
Well, maybe they should give him some more minutes because he seems to be putting a lot of more excitement into this Conant offense whenever he's on the floor. He missed that buzzer beater right before the first quarter, and every time he's on the floor, something goes well for this Conant offense. As Conant trails 36-31. Anthony Zaccardi with the putback. It goes in. Well, Bruce, they're down by 5 points, but all that matters if Conant wins, all that matters is the victory. So Conant's definitely been outplayed by Fremd, but how do they beat this Fremd defense and come on top with a victory?
They got to figure out what was working for them in the first quarter. They won the first quarter, and Fremd's won the second, and they won the third. Conant's got to go back to what was working for them in the first quarter, whatever that was.
We saw a lot of Mike Downing in that first quarter. Not much since then offensively, as the Cougars trail by 5. Viking ball. And we'll see if Anthony Zaccardi gets more minutes as he's back on the floor. He's given them a lot of spark on the offensive end for the Cougars. He only has 4 points, but he could have more as he missed an open 3 just before the first quarter ended. 36-31, 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. This game's at Conant, as you can hear the fans in the background trying to rattle the Fremd offense. A wide open look, 3-pointer shot, no good. Put back, and then Davis gets the rebound. The other way now, Conant in their half-court set. Gets it back to Zaccardi at the point, back to Soto's on the left wing. Back to Vincent, back to Davis. Davis behind the 3-point arc, back to Vincent. Gives it back to Soto's at the point, and Zaccardi with it. Back to Davis, a lot of passing as Soto's has it now, a pump fake by Soto's. And a fake shot there from Scholes. They're just not able to get it beyond the 3-point arc. And Ryan Davis tries to do it himself.
He does.
Beats a man, and then the floater shot. And after all that, Bruce, Conant is only down by 3. How about that?
Great effort by Ryan Davis. The big man just did not give up on that. Kept moving, kept getting toward the basket.
Well, Fremd has certainly had their chances to put this one away, but some wide open looks. They just haven't fallen in the second half like they did in the first half. And Conant is right at the door to take this one away from the Fremd Vikings.
Conant is looking like they did in the first quarter. They're getting the shorter shots. They're getting them to fall. That's what they need to do.
What do you think Bob Wadlowski told his team in this timeout to try to get his team back in order as he's trying to battle this crowd too, as this crowd's really into it, trying to rattle the Fremd players?
Well, as much as Fremd's been working, I'm wondering if they're starting to wear down. They have been quick, they've been moving hard, they've been playing hard. How long can they keep it up?
Well, head coach Bob Wadlowski definitely has confidence in Luke Schaaf still. He's back on the floor after those 2 turnovers. Turnover by the Vikings, and the momentum might be going Conant's way as Conant gets the ball back after a turnover from the Vikings.
Kyle Sliwa had that one go off his foot out of bounds. And Conant with a chance to tie it up or at least get to within 1.
Goes out to Ben Scholes. Hasn't seen a lot of playing time, but when he's been good on defense. Soto's. Oh my goodness.
And the foul.
That was fabulous. Soto's with the dribble drive, draws the contact and 1. That's why you keep hitting the weight room. You keep doing those squats, you keep doing those bicep curls. It's gonna help you. And wow, what a job there by Jimmy Soto. He's definitely hit the weight room. That was all power, that was all strength, and 1. Let's see if he can tie it up here.
I was just going to say I like that Conant was coming back without Sotos. And then Sotos gets in there. Oh, and the 2.
And Conant back on top for the first time since the second quarter.
Ryan Davis coming up big in the 4th.
Stolen away by Sotos. Tried to find Vincent, couldn't find him, triple teamed. And Sotos thought he was fouled, but looked like he just fell. And he might have
cleanly blocked out of bounds, so Conant keeps possession.
And Fremd is really in a hole right now. They've turned the ball over twice in a row. And now Sotos is kind of in a rhythm. Sotos to the basket, no good.
Wow.
That would have been a really incredible shot as he was falling to his left and tried to go backboard, but that would have been a really tough shot. That would have been like a LeBron James layup. Wide open 3, blocked by Downing. Got his own rebound. Another missed layup by Fremd. Man, they got to be kicking themselves in the tush. Another missed layup by the Fremd Vikings. Jimmy Soto's misses the layup. That wasn't exactly an easy layup as it was well defended. Soto's found a way around the defender, but it still wasn't an easy layup. And a bad pass, and Soto's almost got the steal, deflects it away, Fremd ball. And head coach Bob Wadlowski might have to call another timeout as his offense is just all out of sync.
Great hustle there by Jimmy Sotos.
Well, Fremd has been in control for most of this game, but they've just had a bad couple minutes, and Conant was able to come back. Some missed 3-pointers, and Fremd now trails by 1. Inside, double teamed inside the paint. Downing blocks it away. Dribbled on the end line. Conant ball. Conant gets the ball back. 37-36, 4:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. What an exciting game as Conant leads by 1.
And the worm has definitely turned here. Conant doing to Fremd what Fremd did to them the last 2 periods.
Ryan Davis behind the 3-point arc, playing a little point center, if you will.
Not a bad move by the big man.
Vincent guarded well. Downing inside. Downing blocked away. What a beautiful block by Brian Domke. Woo, that was nice.
Oh, no, you don't.
Domke's like, enough, Downing. That's 2 blocks against us. I'm blocking you. Ooh, that was nice.
Let's see if Fremd can turn that into points coming back the other way. Oh, stolen away.
Try to get a little fancy with an alley-oop, but stolen away by by
Downey
Conant,
says, "I'll
and a
take that
very
back."
bad pass. And
Nice
No,
save.
no.
Vincent.
I said it was a carry. Yep, it was a carry. I'm going to say it's a carry against Vincent, and I kind of agree on that.
So both teams getting turnovers.
Well, their bread and butter has been defense all year for the Fremd Vikings, and it definitely showed on that last play as they were all over Vincent. Fakes the three, Banka with the behind the three-point arc. Back to Sliwa as this crowd's really in at the mid-range shot. Once again, no good. It was a good look, just didn't fall.
Fremd just gone cold on offense. Yep, that was a good shot, a good move. High percentage shot, not falling.
Jimmy Soto's guarded well by Martin. And Ryan Davis, man, he can do everything. He's been behind the three-point arc a lot, trying to set up his teammates. He's not just staying inside the paint, he's had a couple of three-pointer attempts. There's Mike Downing right there.
Oh, gets his own rebound.
Got his own rebound and got it in. 39-36, Conant up by 3.
10 points for Downing.
Timeout by Widlowski.
William N. Perry Gymnasium has come to life.
Amazing how it is. Like I said, a swoosh, a stop, and another swoosh, and Conant got back in the game.
As much as everything was going Fremd's way in the second and third, now it's going Conant's way here in the fourth.
Well, unless you have really good three-point shooters, you can't live and die by the three-point shot. When it falls for you in the second quarter, the law of probability says it's not going to fall in the third quarter. And a lot of those shot attempts by Fremd were three-point attempts, and they just haven't been falling in the third quarter. It's kind of come back to bite them as Fremd now trails by 3 points.
And the Conant defense is stiffened. They've taken away the inside, and they're forcing that long shot. And like you say, the long shot's just not working for them right now.
What's most importantly is not only is Fremd shooting three-point shots, they're shooting those low percentage right from the corner arc and right at the top of the key shot rather than the corner three, which is the high percentage three-point shot.
Just like Conant was doing.
So Fremd trails by 3, but this is a well-coached team, and it's only 3 points. So all you got to do is get a couple of good shots to fall, and maybe Fremd can get back into their rhythm they had in the second and third quarter.
Not like there's a lot of shots falling for Conant either. Just enough to give them the lead. Fremd looked like they were going to start running away, and Conant's reeled them back in.
A wide open 3 at the corner, no good. But that was a good shot, it just didn't fall. Like most of the second half, the shots just aren't falling for the Vikings, but they only trail by 3. They need a stop though, or they might get another steal. Their defense has been good all night. They've been forcing turnovers. Back out to Soto's at the top of the key.
Still a couple minutes here, they don't need the 3. Better off trying for 2 twos.
Almost lost the ball, did Ben Scholes, guarded closely by Sliwa. Back out to Davis, and then back out to Scholes. Vincent on the left wing. And Downing, guarded closely by Banko.
Davis down there by the paint.
Gives it inside to Davis. Davis lost it. Last touch by Domke of the Vikings. Cougar ball, 39-36 is our score.
A minute 42 left. And just nobody scoring.
And the pass out to Scholes, back out to Vincent. And Jimmy Soto's deep behind the three-point arc as he's guarded close by Martin. And Soto's going to play a little game clock here and shot clock. Passes it out to Scholes, inside to Davis. Davis double team blocked away by Banka. Woo, that was nice. Oh!
Benka with
Patrick
the slam.
Benka, after the missed layup, dunked it home. What a game. Fremd trails by 1. Defense, defense, defense. The block shot leads to an easy transition basket for the Vikings. And they only trail by 1 with 1 minute remaining. How about that?
And this is not the time you want to milk the clock. So often trying to milk the clock comes back and bites you. You go to stall. Of course, the way they've been shooting, maybe milking the clock is the way to go here.
The thing that if you're Fremd, you don't want to be complacent because you're still losing the game. That dunk by Benko was really nice, but all that matters is the score. And if Fremd doesn't score 1 more basket, Conant's the last one laughing at the dinner party at Chipotle after the game.
Yeah, anybody's game right now. Looks like Conant's cooling off and Fremd's heating up, and there's just a minute to go. Conant's got to get some points.
That was an unbelievable block as he was beat on the play. Ryan Davis looked like he had an easy layup, and then Benka with the block. Excellent defense, and he made sure not to hit the wrist. It was all ball, and he went the other way after the missed layup and dunked it home. Just beautiful basketball by Ryan Benka. Patrick Benka, who's listed as a guard, by the way.
I thought Davis had a sure thing when he went up with that. I was wrong.
Timeout by Conant, as that was risky. It was almost a 5-second violation against the Cougars.
Exactly why they took the timeout. Coach McCormick not wanting to turn it over here.
Well, when things were getting really bad for Fremd and it was getting close to a loss, they just came alive in this last minute and a half. And they're only down by 1. If they can get a stop, Fremd could be the last ones laughing as we go to the locker room.
Yeah, Fremd defense, they can shut Conant down here. Easy to see who asserts himself in this last minute of play.
The way this game has been going for Conant, you assume they're going to miss a shot. Who do you go to in crunch time if you're head coach Bob Wittlowski? Do you go to Benka, or do you try to get something inside to Brian Domke?
I'd go with Benka, but it's hard to lose with either guy. They're both shooting well tonight. I think they both got 10 points. Of course, Peyton Kim's got 11 points, so you got 3 real high percentage shooters there. I think I'd go with Benka.
And they're going to play the foul game as the Vikings only had 4 team fouls. So they have 1 more, and then the Cougars will be in the bonus.
And that only cost 0.7 seconds.
If you don't like your defensive set, you can foul if you're the Fremd Vikings.
So Ben Scholl's trying to get it in here. And
So
does.
The Fremd bench trying to rattle Conant as they're doing a lot of clapping.
Patrick Kirka in there.
Now Fremd's got to be careful. That was a foul to give, but if it's a flagrant reach-in, they can call a flagrant foul on that. Technical foul, I should say.
It looks like Fremd's trying to play for the steal here.
Well, they got no more fouls to give, so they can't foul. Otherwise, Sotos would go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Soto's bringing it up. Oh,
bad
throws
pass.
it away.
Fremd goes the other way. You got all the time in the world if you're Fremd. Set up the play that you want. Don't take a quick shot if it's not there. Domke loses the ball right in the hands, and now Fremd has to foul, and they fouled the wrong guy. Although tonight, Sotos has not been automatic, including at the free throw line.
No, he hasn't. Sotos under 10 points for the game.
What happened to Fremd, Bruce? You think they got a little complacent at halftime? Because they just don't look like the same team in the second half.
They look good in the third. They've just gone cold in the fourth.
They were up by 9 points coming into the second half. First one goes for Sotos. Well, Conant hasn't played a great game, but they lead by 2 with 29 seconds left. Worst case scenario for Fremd is that Soto's makes this one to make it a 3-point game. And that one goes in. Timeout by the Vikings.
So 30 seconds left to go.
Well, this is when the chess game begins, Bruce. Do you shoot the 3 to tie it, or do you take the quick 2 and then foul?
And that is the question. I don't have the answer.
41-38 is our score.
Fremd, the three-pointer hasn't been falling. Me, I always go to the basket. Of course, I was never a good three-point shooter, so.
You were more of a dunker, pound the paint?
I was more of a dunker with the donut. There's a reason I was a wrestler.
41-38 is our score. 29 minutes, 6 seconds. You were a wrestler, and I was a hockey and a rugby player. The basketball thing wasn't really my niche. I wasn't going to be the next LeBron, and I knew it.
No, short white guys generally don't do well in the basketball world.
Except for John Stockton.
The exception that proves the rule. So Fremd bringing it up. Kyle Sliwa.
Sliwa, one of the best three-point shooters on this team. Another missed layup by Fremd. They're going to foul Downing, and if Downing makes at least one of 2 free throws, actually it would be a 1-and-1, so if he misses the first.
And Downing's the guy you want to send to the line. He's not a good free throw shooter. 16.5 seconds.
He's been so hot today, though, Bruce, that I almost want Downing on the line versus Soto's. I know Soto's made those 2 free throws, but he's been so hit or miss all night.
No, I don't want Downing at the line.
So 41-38 is our score. 16.5 seconds remaining. Well, if this ends up being the final score, Fremd let this one get away because they were leading for most of the game, and they had them beat midway through the 3rd quarter, and then just something happened, and they got the yips, and they just couldn't make open looks.
No, Fremd had a 10-point lead, and it's gotten away from them. So this is the game we thought it was going to be, but just not the way we thought it was going to be.
We thought it would be great defense, but not so many turnovers and bad decisions on offense.
Of course, how many of those turnovers and bad decisions are because of the good defense?
That's true too. Let's give the defenses their credit, their due.
I think it's a bit of both.
The thing that Conant's got to work on the rest of the season, though, is better shot selection. I know that they were playing a very good defense, but Soto's, and not just Soto's, Ryan Davis included, and the rest of the team, better shots. If it's early out on the shot clock, you don't necessarily have to shoot it. Cougar ball. It was last touched by Brian Domke. 15 seconds left on the game clock.
Could have easily been called out on Davis.
And unfortunately, we do not have instant replay in high school basketball.
Conant catches a break. Another foul.
Ben Scholes has had a very quiet night, but he goes to the free throw line to try to put this one away.
He's got 5. He's made 1 free throw tonight. 13.6 seconds. Conant's got to get a free throw eventually. Soto's got a couple of them.
Well, another thing that didn't help Fremd tonight is that Kyle Sliwa had 5 fouls. That's not good basketball. You got to be a little bit less aggressive on defense, especially when you're one of their best three-point shooters. Let's see.
Ben Scholes with a chance to ice it here. And he does.
Free throw's good. Conant up by 4.
42-38. Conant falling back in the prevent defense. Oh, makes both of them. That's huge.
12 seconds left as this one is all but over. Ooh, almost made the half-court shot. Conant ball, and that'll be a victory for the Cougars. It's all over but the crying for the Fremd Vikings, as the Cougars are going to improve to 8-1 on the year. Fremd's going to fall to 9-2.
Even if that Fremd defense can get a steal on the inbound, they're down by 5.
They need a steal and a 4-point play.
Or 2 quick steals. Soto's not even trying to dribble it. And he doesn't have to because he knows that they have to foul.
It's amazing that we used to have basketball without a shot clock.
It is.
We used to not have we used to not have the three-point arcs, and we used to have the basketball players wear the really thin shorts. Those were the days.
Both of them good. 45-38.
Well, the Conant Cougars gave the home team a show. Also, maybe a little bit of a heart attack because some of the shots they took in the second quarter were not high percentage shots.
Both teams hot and cold.
Well, Conant finds a way to beat Fremd, 45-38. You could pick a lot of different players in the game. I'm going to go with Ryan Davis. He hit some big-time layups when things were not going well for Conant at all. And Conant wins it 45-38. What a game, Bruce. What does Fremd have to work on, though, to make sure that they don't lose a game like they did tonight?
I don't know how you work against cold. Things just wouldn't fall for them. They had good looks, they had great movement, good defense, and they just couldn't get them to fall.
Sometimes it just happens for even the great teams. There's a reason why there's a rim, and there's a reason why there's a net. You can have the greatest arc in the world. Sometimes it's going to fall. Sometimes it's not. And for the Fremd Vikings, the shots just didn't fall when they needed them.
It'll be interesting to see if Fremd's able to return the favor on their home court.
So that's the final score, 45-38. Thanks for watching this game. I'm Kyle Smith, along with Bruce Anderson. Have a great night, everybody.